Hello and welcome back. You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and today I have some more Loadout Weaponcrafting action for you. Now today's recommendation comes from White Raven. Now he has a real Slayer-styled loadout for us today, and his first weapon here is a launcher, so I'm going to go over here and just show it to you. It is White Broth today, and let me customize this for you. So it is a launcher with the standard stock, and then I put a bioscanner on there. He didn't really define what scope to be using, but we're using the double barrel for once, which is kind of an interesting thing because I don't end up using that a lot. Now with that, he is also recommending the 2-shot burst trigger, so we'll be firing both of those, but if you only reload one, you can still fire that anyhow. It's also going to be using slug and then standard flight, so just ran normal rockets, and then impact as well. I decided to actually kind of throw on the proximity, but he does recommend contact here. So this is the actual weapon right here. So let me save that up for you and test it out. So this is the first weapon of the 2 weapons that he is actually recommending. Now, I, again, don't use this too often. I put this on just because I happen to have the ability here, but I would say iron sights otherwise. But the bioscanner is really nice just because you can always get an idea of what people's health is right there. So together, these weapons do very, very well. I mean, both of these rockets will lay in a pretty good chunk of the damage. And he says right down here, it's not meant to kill them in one shot, but it's just meant to do a lot of damage, and then you swap on over to the other weapon, which is actually pretty cool because a lot of the builds that I end up doing seems to be like, how can you kill people in one shot type deal, and it's always some sort of grand buildup to take somebody down in one shot, but that's not really always the best way to play Loadout because a lot of those weapons tend to be kind of difficult to use. This weapon build is kind of a little bit different in that you can do a couple of damage here, a little bit of damage there, and you can swap on over to weapons that tend to be pretty quick to reload and or have a decent amount of ammo. So we'll see, it might be pretty good in the fight over long run and do just enough damage to be really quite effective. We'll have to see how it all works out. So at any rate, this is White Broth here. Let me go ahead and swap on this to a proximity. And this is kind of why I like proximity, just because normally in contact, you're pretty much either impacting the person here or you're actually kind of hitting just the area right below them. Now, when you add in proximity, yeah, you might lose a little bit of damage, but you gain a much larger window of opportunity. And I feel like that is just really effective, especially once you get to the higher levels of loadout where people are just constantly jumping around in this game. So that's why I'm putting proximity on there, because I feel it's just an added benefit and I can kind of deal with the lack of damage because I'm not down on somebody in one go. Like right there, otherwise contact, I would have had a very small window of opportunity. I would have only had to hit the ground right here, but now I could basically hit this entire plane, which gives me a much bigger window of opportunity. That's why I'm doing it. So that's why I recommend using proximity. So that should work out pretty good. Let's go on over to his second weapon here, Raven Broth. And let me customize that for you. Now he recommends a rifle LMG. Now you see a little theme here, a couple of new barrels that were introduced a while back, but I never really had a good build for him. Now, so he has the LMG barrel and then is using another burst trigger. So he's using the 3 burst round for the actual LMG. And then he has iron sights, shell loading, or standard magazine. It's a matter of preference, standard or dampening stock, as well as slug loadouts here. So obviously we have dampening, that's what I'm using right now. Shock absorbing is another option, but as you can tell, I'm kind of running low on bluets, but I think dampening is actually probably the preferred one here, just because you kind of keep that reload time down a little bit. And you don't really lose a lot with stability there. You only lose about 5%. So I kind of like dampening over shock absorbing, but hey, you know what? Matter of preference, a little tweak here, a little tweak there. Recon scope is kind of what I like just because it's going to extend that range, but he's recommending iron sight, so I'm going to trust him on this one. LMG as well, and there we have it. That's a cool, interesting barrel. It's that mid-range, moderate damage. You could use it as a sniper, you can use it as a close-up weapon here. I'll give you an example with either scope here. 3 burst trigger as well. Shell loading, I like the damage, 15.65 versus 11.34. You do gain a little bit time back on the reloading, but when you're doing shell loading, you can load in just a few rounds and fire that. So I'm thinking shell loading is the way to go. Again, we'll test this out and I'll show it to you right now. So let's head on over here. All right, so here we have it. Burst trigger. Yeah, all right, so 15, 15, 15. You can do the math right there, 45 damage. And then a little bit less if you hit him in the butt. Knock him in the head here. Come on, Helga. Cooperate. And you're doing 19 damage apiece. So that's pretty powerful as far as like just making use of a good weapon here. And since it is kind of close up, it's going to be a little bit hard to land all your shots if you're just, you know, shooting it from the hip. But it could still be hip fired easily enough. It's not that much of a spread. It's kind of where that LMG comes in. It's not a one-shot kill. It's not a real quick kill, but it's pretty good at dealing a decent amount of damage over a good amount of range. Is a good way of putting it. So let me go ahead and show you this with an optical zoom of 3 real quick. Just show you another different variant here. I was trying to think of a burst rifle that I can actually make into a sniper rifle, and I think this is it, which led me to think, you know what, I thought there was somebody who recommended this, and White Raven was the person who recommended that, so it just seems to work out. Now, yeah, see right there, I'm doing a little bit less damage because I'm so far away, but this is a pretty good range, and it's kind of an interesting weapon that you can reach out and touch a player there for at least 35 damage. Just that far away. So this is sniper rifle range, and you're able to down an enemy with three rounds. So they would have to be kind of sitting still. You're probably not going to kill them because they're probably going to up and jump and run away. But even then, check this guy out. So he's running, and you're still able to land at least 2 of those shots. If you're a little bit better, you could probably land 3. And I felt like I can land 3 if I do shock absorbing. Let's just see here. There you are. Yep, he died, so let me give it a second. Ooh, just about jumped off there. Now this is one thing, if I shoot off 3 rounds, I'm ready to go. I don't have to wait that entire reload series just to get all my bullets left, or just enough bullets to kind of down the enemy. Maybe you only need 1 bullet just to finish them off by that much. And that's kind of one of the benefits of shell loading, so I'm thinking shell loading over standard. 1, 2... You know, it's just hard to hit 3 there. You can get a few, but it's not too effective on a moving target. So I don't know if the optical zoom really is that best option. Iron sight seems to be the way to go, like he was recommending. So once again, that's the weapon right here. Let's see if we can actually do it just about as effective as having a scope on there. No real point in trying to look through that thing if you can do it with iron sights. Alright, so there it is. Those are the 2 weapons, Raven Broth and White Broth. And here is the loadout. I'm going to be running this with health packs. A different option is actually Turret Buddy and then jump boots. Let me go ahead and throw on Turret Buddy real quick here just because I want to show you something. Again, being nice and informative today. Alright, so if I actually take this and I place it down, this is one of the few rifles that can actually reach out and land targets. You know, land impact, shall we say, numbers on targets farther away with rifles. Rifles tend to be really hard to reach out and touch over long ranges when they're sitting on a turret, because it tends to be, it's basically hip accuracy. So it's actually pretty cool to see that a turret actually does work pretty well with an LMG. So that's something to note. Put it in your noggin and save for a later date. Alright, well let's head on over into some matches and see how this all goes. This should be pretty cool. Oh, looks like we're going to get Death Snatch. That'll be a pretty good test of these 2 weapons. Alright, I'm going to start off with the health pack because I feel like that's probably the right choice. White Broth right at the bat, and we're going to see how this actually works out. Oh, yeah! Anybody? Nope. I feel like we did something. Awesome. Kill confirmed. So I did actually down somebody. Alright, so let's see if we can't make use of this. Oh, we found an enemy. Quick, use that health pack. Alright, LMG, time. Woo, I'm a little rusty! Oh, making good use of that elbow. Oh, I really gotta reload. Ooh, this is getting nasty. Hit me. Oh no, I walked into it. Oh boy, ran out of health. Oh man, they got heals too. This is gonna be tough. Alright, so I gotta stick with my teammates here. Sticking with my teammates. Come on, guys. Where you shooting? Okay. Believe it or not, I actually hit something there. Okay, there we go. Ah, missing with the LMG here. Ooh, able to do a little bit of damage over long range there. Normally it'd be kind of hard to hit targets. Kind of gotta slow down though. And this health. That's pretty much the other teammates here. There we go. Now I'm getting it down. I like that I always have something to shoot. That's making me feel good. Oh, 200-point swing if I can get this.
Kill assist. Kill assist.
Oh, the enemy did that. Or sorry, my teammates did that. So far I'm liking the combination. I feel like it's pretty stable combo. I am taking a lot of damage trying to get damage on the enemy though, because they're fighting back to me. Because a lot of that splash stuff is going around. And I have to I feel like I have to slow down in order to make the weapons work. That might just be my kind of lack of knowledge of the weapons here. See if I can make that proximity do something. Ooh, I'm in the enemy's teeth now. This is a bad place to be. Bad place to be. I found them all. Help me. Oh, am I gonna survive long enough? I'm still here. What? What? What up? Welcome. Alright, here we go. LMG time. Come on. Work for me. He's trying to heal himself out of this. Oh, and his teammate came and cleaned me up. I should have turned around. That was my bad. It's a fun weapon to play with though. Definitely is fun. And I feel like that's half the fun is just finding weapons that you're enjoying.
The enemy has scored.
Oh, no. The incredibly accurate bot has arrived. Alright, here we go. Oh, that guy's toast.
You are in the lead.
Hello. Oh yeah, you took a little damage there. Come on, LMG. Oh, I'm failing. I'm getting a lot of assists out of this. Darn it. See, I keep trying to hip fire, and I don't think I should be doing that. It's not accurate that way.
The enemy has scored, and the match.
Okay, then I need the majority of the damage here. Yeah, we'll work the elbow. Nope, no help there. No help for me. Woo, there's a lot of them. It's hard to really know what the weapon's doing when you got so many baddies on you. Oh, making it work, but really having to work hard this time. Got a lot of good team play going on there. People dropping out though, that's not cool. Making use of that single rocket. Ah! Of course now he got health. Glad I have health packs, I feel like that's the right combo. Still relying on that elbow a lot. Tried to make that count. 7 and 6. Not too bad for the first time using weapons that you're really not used to using. I'm actually quite enjoying it, at least. I know I've said that a few times, but
The enemy has scored, and the match is now tied.
definitely enjoying the launcher more than the rifle, but it's kind of to be expected, right? Why don't you just run through that fire? Good job, Brothgar. You're hurt. I'm not sure why I didn't just put the one that shows their health on. That would have been a good adder to this.
The enemy has scored, and the match is now tied.
Darn it. Thought I was gonna get away with that.
The enemy has scored,
Ooh, buddy, do I need some health? Nice! I snuck that one in there.
Kill confirmed. The score is now tied.
Gotta keep remembering to reload these shotgun shells.
The enemy has scored.
Ah, got me with the elbow. Luckily, there's still a vial there, so I'm close enough. Nope.
The score is now tied. Enemy kill denied.
Ah. Kind of wanted to do a one-on-one there just to see who had more DPS. Obviously, he was going to with the Gatling. Probably wasn't the smartest idea. Slowed down. See, that's the thing. When you're not used to a gun, you tend to slow down just to try to figure it out.
Score post kills.
That's kind of annoying. What? Okay.
Five captures remain.
Man, they're doing a good job of staying together. How am I doing? 10 and 9, still barely keeping above 0 here. Kind of using the weapon in reverse now. Oops, messing that one up. Making that count.
Confirmed. 4 captures remain.
The launcher's definitely working pretty good. Then again, I've used launchers a lot, so. The rifle still seems a little bit weak, but then again,
The enemy has 5
there we go.
captures and kill confirmed. 3 captures remain. 2 captures remain.
Alright, range is one of my friends, if you can hit him. Shoot.
1 capture remains. You have a
Ah! That was a good game. Alright, so I'm definitely liking the weapons. I really like the whole recommendation of having 2 different weapons and then making them work together. White Raven, thank you for that loadout. If you enjoyed either of those weapons, go ahead and give them a try. And if you have a weapon build yourself that you want me to try out, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. And if I got the bluets to do it, I'll definitely give it a try for you. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, maybe hit that like button on the way out. That is really, really going to help me out, and I appreciate it a whole lot. Nice, a little half shirt as well. As always, guys, stay awesome. I'll see you in the next episode. And if you haven't subscribed already, you know where that button is. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Peace. Stay awesome.